All right, welcome to Drunk Storytime. Today we are gonna make a spicy margarita and then we're gonna tell a story. So here we go. We have this ghost tequila that we're gonna use. Also this Ancho Rios Verde. It's amazing. I was using just regular tequila with the Verde, but then today earlier we tried it with the ghost and it was amazing, so we're gonna do that. I have some pineapple juice, lime juice, and then I'm gonna rim it with tahini. And just a little tip, when you're rimming a glass with salt, with whatever you want to use, if you don't, I hate when salt falls into the drink. So I use honey. Just do it below the line. So just rim it kind of like below, the drink line, and then put it in we're gonna use tahini. Give it a good tap, and then, some got in there. But then it's below it. So and I actually usually I do a little V, and only do it on the side, on half of the glass. So you're not either having salt around the entire glass or tahini around the entire glass. You can choose kind of when you want that little added touch. All right, so first things first, you're gonna take a shaker, fill it with ice. All right, now with the ghost, I free pour, so you might want to use a jigger to do this. Normally my standard pour would be 2 ounces, but I'm gonna behave today and do 1.5 ounces. Also going to do 1/2 ounce of this Verde. It's wonderful. This is lime juice and this is pineapple juice. I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of pineapple juice and 1 ounce, 1/2 ounce of lime juice and 1 ounce of pineapple juice. That's it. That's all it takes. Put a lid on your shaker, shake it up real good. You kind of want to shake it until this gets a little frosty. 30 times is pretty good. What I didn't do is put some ice in my glass. That would be helpful. But like I said, this bottle was full earlier today because we've been experimenting, so this is just what I got. Perfect little drinklet right there. Tip on margaritas. Any kind of margarita you make, whether it's regular, spicy, pineapple, blackberry, like we had earlier today as well, put a splash of Sprite, club soda, anything, just a little touch of it on top. It helps neutralize that acid that you typically feel when, you go to a Mexican restaurant and you have a couple margaritas and you want to throw up. That is what helps that. So just do that. Top it with a lime and enjoy. Okay, so I have my spicy pineapple margarita, which is going to help me get through this story. It's drunk story time. Only the names have changed in these stories, so they are completely true. This one is titled Getting Banned from a Country. So once upon a time, when I was around 17 years old, I was very good at making fake IDs. I made them for my friends. I usually used my own ID, and don't try this at home, but I'd actually have my hair different colors in the ID. So I had a brunette one and a blonde one, and it's what you do when you're in high school. So I hooked them all up. We would go over to Clifton Hill in Canada, and we'd drink and party and do all the things. Well, Border Patrol never gave us an issue, usually. We just go over the border and they would say, what are you doing? And of course, we are so sweet and innocent that we would say, oh, we're just going over to go out to dinner and look at the falls, and they would let us through. And we knew what they knew what we were doing, but they let us go anyway. But this one time, I had made an ID, used one of my IDs for my friend, we'll call her Mary, and I put it in my cup holder in my car. Well, we're going over the border and we get to the agent, and I I'll never forget it because I looked up at him and he looked like a vampire. He had the whitest skin, the blackest hair, and he had these red glasses on, like red lenses. Like how he was even able to be a Border Patrol agent and have red, I don't know, but he was really intimidating. So we get up there and we're just going through our normal act of what we did every damn weekend. And he said, well, I want to see your ID. And I'm like, okay, not anything of it. And I reached down and grabbed the ID that I put in the cup holder because she didn't put it in the wallet. And I start reaching over and I realize what I'm doing. And I'm like, fuck me. And I'm like, here you go. And hand it to the guy. And he looked at it and goes, so you're 21, are you? And I just start crying, like crying, sobbing, crying. Like, no, sir, I'm 17. And he's like, all right, you guys need to pull over into this area. They get us in this room and just let us have it. Like they're yelling at us. They're saying, you know, do you realize how big of what offense you've done? You showed a false identification going over an international border, and it's 10 years in prison and $20,000 fine or something. I have no idea I don't remember. I don't know. And I'm like, whoa, just crying. Well, then they put this sheet of paper in front of me that's like a very formal letter that has my name and address and all the things saying, here you are, you're banned from the country. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm not, and they're like, no, you're banned from Canada. And I'm like, I can't be banned from Canada. Like, my stepdad's whole family lives in Canada. Like, how am I going to explain this? So I can't, is there some, like, what can I? And they're like, no, we don't ever want you back in our country. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's okay. We go back to Mary's house and pull in the driveway, and I'm still crying, holding on to my formal ban from a country letter. And my other friend in the car, we'll call her Ann. Ann was like, fuck this, we're going over the Whirlpool Bridge. And I was like, no, we're not. Like, I can't go over it. I've just been banned from a country. I'm not going back over this country. I'm going back over to Canada. And she's like, Jen, don't you think if, like, we're 17, we definitely weren't 18. She said, don't you think that they would have, like, called our parents if they were going to ban us from a country? Like, they would have done something else. And somehow they talked me into it. So we go back over the bridge, and a different bridge, but we go back over and we party and have fun all night, and I kind of forgot about it. But I never had to drive again because no one would ever trust driving over the border with me. But it does turn out that it was just a scare tactic because I've been over the border several times and showed my ID and passport and all of that. So cheers, Canada. If you have a story, send it to me. I would love to tell the world one of your stories. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of our DIY projects, just like this concrete countertop. See how we made this? Pretty awesome. The bar, we got a doorknob and a door. Pretty cool. Listen to a story and have a good drink.